Restaurants, bars and shops all been closed since last Wednesday.
I live on my own. At the very beginning of lockdown, I caught what I think was COVID, so I was in isolation for like 3 weeks, which was really weird and super intense.
Transmitted from one person to another.
You must stay at home.
So I spent at 1.9 weeks and I didn't see anyone. My
lockdown was really quite nice and quite easy, to be honest.
The struggle was, I definitely had a lot of anxiety around whether we'll be able to eat food.
Uncertain.
Safe.
My mother and my brother both got furloughed.
Very scared about losing my job and that sort of stuff, and like not having the finances.
I was furloughed for a month.
I might not getting a job.
So that it makes me nervous in that respect, that it's shit work, that is wasting my time, and that if I pursue better work, it might actually leave me jobless.
Now find work like unbelievably stressful and more than it ever has stressed me out before.
I do struggle with, I guess, this being tied down type of mentality without being in a different space to sort of shut out all of the other things going on inside my head.
Sitting there at night trying to switch off, watching Netflix and eating dinner, and then I see a post-it note that reminds me of my work, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I've got to do that by tomorrow.
Extra time.
They're having to be teacher, parent and full-time employee all at once, while obviously still having to cook and clean and do all the things that now, maybe they had someone who would come in and help them.
We were both working full-time and having a toddler at home.
The house was a complete tip. Slime everywhere and like dishes that just went on for days.
So my days would start at like 6 a.m, do a bit of work, then swap it out so that I'd have time to look after Dexter and then come back.
Comfortable.
I, as an extreme introvert, don't mind any of this.
Having her in the past 3 or 4 months or so has been really good and really comforting and really nice through quite a chaotic period.
Smaller.
Steady.
People that I don't see a lot of, I haven't seen at all.
Obviously my team was all over the world, so this whole life of being 9 hours a day on Zoom is something I'm used to. What it means though is at the end of the day, you don't want to spend even more time on Zoom and FaceTime. At the points when I felt the lowest, it's because I felt really helpless around the things that are happening to my friends and family.
The people that I am in contact with, it's a daily communication as opposed to what was, I don't know, once a week if we were lucky.
Worse.
Healthier.
Worse.
Healthier.
At least once every second or third day we would go on like a longish walk, like at least 5 kilometers.
Especially the first 3 months. I trained with Jessie every day.
So I was like trying to meditate more, and which is something I've been wanting to do for ages, but felt like I never had time. And I feel like I've come out at the end of this a better person.
It was that self-reflection into like on my current situation, going like, actually I really need to start putting in more effort to like change my situation.
And that makes me reconsider like my living situation.
It made me question the things I did before, whether it was because it was part of my daily life for so long.
I think you realise how precious everything is and how quickly it's such a cliche, but how it can all be like taken away from you. So
I wish I had like, a language under my belt or something productive. Yeah, that month went by and I was like, what did I actually accomplish?
In general, the approach to life will be different because one had lots of time to think about stuff and how I would perhaps do something differently or whatever.
So I've given myself this like license to just do things for pure enjoyment, which I feel like I've not done much in my life before. And now I've done that, I'm like, I don't really want to give that up.